Hello, Model Railroad fans. My standard opening. I thought I'd be on camera here at the end of the summer. Headed back to San Antonio on Monday. We had frost this morning. First time it's been below freezing this fall. So yeah, it's a good time to head south. Looks like San Antonio's finally cooling off from the mid and high 90s. So what I'm going to do in this video is walk around the walk around the layout and do an end of the summer update. I did one back in June, so I thought I would do an update here, talk about what I finished. Also talk about some of the plans I have for next year. So I just want to say I appreciate all you guys that have been watching. Some of you have been with me for years. Appreciate that. So yeah, let's get started with the layout review. Thanks for watching again. Okay, for the end of the summer review, I'm going to start where I did at the beginning of the summer on the review. So you can see I've done some grass work here. Next year I got to do the riverbed. I got some sand and rocks. Put some gravel on that berm to dirty it up a little bit. I have a spot back there to finish. I have to actually do the roads here. I just got pieces in there to give me ideas on what to do. Big thing on the Cargill plant at Eddyville, Iowa, is I added this runaround track. I think that looks good, more functional. The other thing I did was added a control here so you can run operations there. What I did over here in Creston is co-op. I added that siding along the back. And then I put in these crossovers. So you can go up there, come right over to this siding. And I did a video on that. I like to have a firehouse right there. I have all those fire trucks, so I have to look and see what I can get there. Still haven't painted this road system. I guess that's next year. I have this row house I'm thinking about for down there. You can see where I finished my grass work here. This is going to be an abandoned co-op, so I'll put a bunch of weeds and trees growing up next to it. I have an old road here going up to it. Yeah, I didn't do anything over here other than adding these end of track bumpers that light up, so I know when the tracks are on with all my on-off switches over there. Yeah, did a lot of grass work. You've seen that video. Lots and lots of grass. Got more to go. This over here is going to be a cemetery. Between Corning and or right outside Creston, there's a family cemetery. My wife's family cemetery is there. So again, I got to do something with the little stream here that comes along here. Same thing on the other side. Thinking about getting background done. I did that over there as just an experiment. That's going to come down. Yeah, test track is in. I've got these loading racks to build to go here at the ethanol plant. I got work to do over here. I got to gravel that berm, and I got conveyors and piping to put in. Yeah, get that in, and then maybe a background in here. Let's see. I got these crossovers in this year. This one here, this one here. Let's look over here at the cement plant. Got that cement plant from Robert. Thank you, Robert. And I got that nice background, quite expensive, but I think it really adds a lot to the scene. And I haven't done any road work or ballasting. And I'm going to take this other cement plant I have, repaint it, and put it here. I'll talk about that a little more in a minute. I do piles of limestone or whatever there. I like to have one of those little crushing kits, but I'm not sure they make those anymore. Okay, back here, what I call the Ottumwa baking district. I have these pellet transfer. I'm going to use 2 of those tanks here, and then be able to use my Cargill sweetener tanks and you know to dump over here. I have a conveyor system to run across the top. I like getting some elevation in my industrial areas. Back here is going to be a simulation of my wife's family farm in Creston. I've got a combine there. I have some stockyard pens. I'll just use some of those. You can see the fence where he had his Angus cattle he raised there in the front of the barn. But just do a bunch of trees there. Haven't yet painted that. I got one more little coat to put on it. I extended the siding here for the container train. I sold that big rolling container crane thing. Decided it really was too big, so I got that little truck thing to lift them up. Down here is what I call Old Burlington, and I watched Dave's recent video on street running, and I thought, yeah, I could change this and go right down that street and connect it. And then I thought, oh yeah, I really don't want to crawl on top of that again next year. Here's the power plant. I haven't actually connected all those conveyors. They're just sitting there. I got some high voltage towers I'll put around this, and also have an electrical substation I'll bring up from Texas next summer. No progress on adding coal. There you can see down there I redid this intersection here. Put switch motors underneath, controlled by the throttle or the iPad with Y throttle. That's the cement plant I'm going to repaint and put down with the other cement plant. I don't really like this setup for the lumber yard. It's awful tight, so I might move those things over there. Although this is a loop track here. It doesn't make a lot of sense to loop it through the lumber yard, but yeah, it's a model railroad, so maybe I'll do that. I do some work down here. A couple of those big pellet tanks or towers are going to go down here. I'll put something over here related to baking. I'm not sure what yet. I did my little mountain here. I have to make it look a little better. I'm not real happy with the way that looks, but you know, I'll put some bushes and stuff on it. I might get some rock molds and put something on there. I have to build a shed kind of to cover that, and I also have to figure out how to attach that in the back. I'm going to build my some pipes that go out to spray the coal cars to keep the coal from flying all over the place. Need a lot more trees. I'm going to try to build at least 100 over the winter, maybe more than that. And I'm still thinking about doing that yard behind this wall, cut that open and access it. Not sure I'll do that because I still have lots of work to do. I got my lift up gate, so it's working real good. I use those alignment gizmos. I talked about that in the video. So yeah, that's kind of a year-end review of what I've done and some thoughts on what I'm going to do next year. A little pan around here. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for your comments. Appreciate the feedback. I'll see you back in San Antonio next video.